Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to talk about IP claims, intellectual property claims from other sellers. We as dropshippers, as people that do online arbitrage on Amazon, will have to deal eventually with IP claims. It probably will happen 99% of the case. Okay, so yeah, you gotta be prepared and you gotta just know what to do when it happens. All right, so I got a 4-step process that I want to bring you through and yeah, show you the possibilities that you have when you get an IP claim from another seller. And first of all, I gotta say, I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I didn't graduate any law school. Okay, this is no law advice. Okay, I just want to make this disclaimer. This is just what I know I have used and other people used. Okay, and yeah, that's basically the best things you can do in my opinion, but I'm not a lawyer. First of all, you have to know that there's something like the first sale doctrine. Okay, and what the first sale doctrine says is that when you buy a product from another seller, like we do it when we do online arbitrage or drop shipping on Amazon, we buy it from another supplier and we resell it on Amazon, then you are allowed to resell their product, okay? Even if it's copyrighted. That's what the first sale doctrine says, okay? And as you can read here, it says the first sale doctrine provides that an individual who knowingly purchases a copy of a copyrighted work from the copyright holder receives the right to sell, display, or otherwise dispose of their particular copy, notwithstanding the interests of the copyright owner. Okay. In any case, this is yeah, just a paragraph, a doctrine that tells us that we are allowed to resell a product when we buy it from another supplier. Okay, so again, I'm not a lawyer, but this is what this doctrine says. And just for you, that you know for yourself that you doing nothing illegal. All right, and if you don't know what intellectual property is, go Google it. But it's stuff like patents, like trademarks, like registered designs of a product. That's what IP is. Okay, and yeah, so let me go through the 4 steps that you can use. Okay, and first of all, the thing is, like I said, you probably will get an IP claim if you do drop shipping or online arbitrage for long enough on Amazon. And 90 to 95% of these claims are just fake, okay, from other sellers, because they try to get you off their listings, obviously. Okay, they don't want you to get any sales from them. And yeah, unfortunately, this has become a standard practice, okay, for a lot of sellers on Amazon, because Amazon doesn't really have a way to cope with those false claims as of yet. Okay, so it's very easy for another seller just to raise an IP claim and get you off the listing, basically. Okay, some dirty tactics that other sellers use. Okay, if you want, obviously you can use it too if you got a private label product. Yeah, I would definitely do it as well. All right, so you can just file a claim against your competitor, and then it's up to your competitor basically to figure out how to deal with it, okay, to get back on the listing. Okay, so yeah, it's become common practice. So what is the first thing you can do? Okay, first thing obviously is you can check to see if their claim is actually legit, okay, or if it's just a bogus claim. Okay, so what you can do, so because basically Amazon always tries to keep their marketplace safe, so what they do, they always pull you down first and they ask questions later, okay, just to make their marketplace safe, because obviously their claim could be real. Okay, so that's their methodology. Okay, and yeah, that's just how they act. Okay, so you can check the trademark or the copyright number that you get in that IP claim on USPTO. Okay, that's a website where you can, where basically the intellectual property is registered if it's an official intellectual property. Okay, that's where you can double check if it's a legit claim, basically. Okay, then you can double check if that email address you get that IP claim from, or which is in that IP claim, is an actual real email. So for example, you can send a test email to that email address, and if it's a fake email address, you will get a notification that the email couldn't be delivered, for example. Okay, so that's another thing you can test. Okay, so when you email that email address, it's not a legit email. Okay, and yeah, then you know it's bogus. Okay, and you can tell Amazon that you tried to reach out to that seller and that the email wasn't even valid. Okay, so that's one thing you could do to basically argument yeah, for your case, that basically that claim is bogus and that seller just wants to get you off that listing. Okay, second thing is, which you probably will have to do, is to make a plan of action. You will have to appeal this IP claim. Okay, because yeah, writing a plan of action is basically the standard way to appeal anything on Amazon. Okay, if you get your account suspended for any reason. Okay, this can be anything. Okay, it's just not just IP claims. If you sell for long enough on Amazon as a dropshipper or online arbitrager, one way or the other, believe me, there will be a time where you won't be able to sell because your account is temporarily suspended, or maybe forever. Okay, and I had another video before, okay, where I told you what you can do when you are yeah, suspended for good. Then you can create new accounts, so-called stealth accounts, okay, with fake identities. Okay, I know many people that do that, because otherwise, yeah, you can never sell on Amazon again. And if you want to build a drop shipping business on Amazon, or online arbitrage on Amazon, then you will have to find a way to get back on the platform. Right? So yeah, just hit me up. Okay, if you want to learn more about stealth accounts, if you want to get one, just hit me up and I can help you out. All right, so like I said, you will have to appeal. You will have to write a plan of action. Okay, there's no limit to the amount of times you can appeal, but obviously there can be a time where the Amazon rep or Amazon just says, okay, it's enough. We don't want to have any more appeals from that guy, and we basically suspend that account forever. Okay, that can happen. Okay, but anyways, you will have 5 to 10 times that you can appeal, and most of the times, every time you will get a different rep. Okay, so reps are humans. Okay, so always, yeah, try to appeal as often as possible. Obviously, if you need really legal help or really professional help to write your plan of action, this would cost some money, because you will have to, yeah, basically work with people that do that on a daily basis. There's Thompson Holt, for example. That's a legal firm. They do plans of actions on a daily basis. Okay, I got a plan of action from them before as well. They were pretty good and they helped me to get my account back, but for another problem, but that cost me about £500. Okay, so take that into account. Maybe you can find some good plans of actions online. If you part of my course, then I provide you a plan of action for the issues that I had. Okay, and yeah, basically you will have to write a plan of action why basically that IP claim is bogus. All right, so yeah, so what else do I have here? So most of the time they send you a generic response. Okay, always the same, and when you get the response, obviously you know that their plan of action wasn't no good or wasn't what they expected. Okay, so show them that you're not giving up. Okay, and yeah, because most sellers basically they just accept that generic response and then they leave, and yeah, then for Amazon it's pretty clear, or they assume that yeah, the IP claim was legit, and yeah, then you're off the platform. Okay, so be persistent with your appeals. Okay, it's pretty normal that you have to appeal several times. Okay. So number 3, okay, when the 2 previous points failed, is that you can try to contact the seller himself, okay, because obviously when we did online arbitrage, so we purchase products via deal sites, for example, and this seller then gives us an IP claim. Then what you can do is you can contact the seller. You can tell him, for example, you can write them something along the lines, hey, I received a report from Amazon that I was infringing on your trademark. I would like to assure you that was never my intention. I purchased your product and was actually unhappy with what came. Very important that you say that so that they know you are a buyer from them, and you can basically give them a bad review. Okay, that's what this message is all about. Okay, because obviously when you're a seller, you don't want to get a negative review. Okay, so we want to make that clear, but we don't want to say it directly, but they will understand. And then you say, when I tried to return it, Amazon wanted to charge me to return it to them, so I just decided to relist it for sale, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind retracting your claim. Okay, so they understand now that you only have one piece. You just want to get rid of it without leaving a bad review. Okay, and that would be the best for both parties basically. And yeah, and the thing is, it's actually true that even if you buy an FBA product from another seller, that Amazon wants to charge you to return the item if you don't choose the reason inaccurate product description. Okay, if you choose that reason, you can return it for free, but if you don't, then Amazon will want to charge you for the return. Okay, so that has worked very well for me, okay, in the past. Just try to write them a message, okay, and they will most definitely retract their claim. Okay, so usually those 3 things will do the trick. Okay, then there's a 4th last thing. I haven't used that, but this is really worst case. I mean, obviously if you're doing some deal sites arbitrage, okay, you're just buying one single product, you don't want to do this, okay, because this is really for example, let's say someone raises a claim against your own private label product or stuff like that, okay, which I think does make any sense, but this is really if you want to go until the end with this stuff. Okay, then there's something called a counter notice, okay, pursuant to the DMCA, okay, which is really, if you go this far, probably 95% of the time the other seller will retract their claim, because what this means is that really it goes to court. Okay, if they reply to your counter notice that you will send to the copyright agent of Amazon, if they reply to that, okay, then it goes to court. Okay, then it's very, very serious. Okay, so if you have an IP claim where you absolutely know that it's bogus, okay, and you want to just get it through and get get back on Amazon because you really think you are right, then you can submit this counter notice. Okay, but just be aware, don't play with it, because when the seller replies, that stuff goes to court and then it costs a lot of money. All right, so that's basically the last point, the last the last of the four methods you can use basically. And like I said, usually the first 3 will do the trick. All right, and I hope this video helped you to get your account back when you have an IP claim. If you like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, comment below this video if you have any questions. Okay, this really helps me out, and of course subscribe to this channel if you liked this information. All right, so I see you in the next video. This was Karim Sidibe, and yeah, bye bye.